Hello again, Ethics crew. Just wanted to give you a quick rundown of what you'll expect to see on the Moodle page for our course here. Thanks for your patience in allowing me to update this. And if you see anything as far as due dates or expectations that seem incorrect, just let me know. You can send me an email on that or text me, give me a phone call. Otherwise, in this top section here for questions about this course, if there's something that can be helpful for you or for classmates, that's where we'll post that. So this top section, periodically I'll be posting announcements. That'll be things for feedback on assignments I'm seeing, or it'll be for upcoming due dates, or maybe just general information about the course. So be on the lookout for the announcements. You should also get an email to your Viterbo email whenever I post something in announcements. If you have any questions about the course that's going to help everybody in the course or would be relevant to everybody, please post that here and that'll notify me that there was a question too. Again, otherwise you can email or text me as well. If there's something specific, like regarding an assignment that you turned in that you have a question about your grade or feedback, that would be something that you would not post here, but just directly contact me. And then the last section here, this is the coffee shop. If there's something that would be relevant to folks in this course or just something you found really interesting in your studies, this would be a great place to post that. So it doesn't have to be about just ethics, but it could be some professional development that you've had. It could be something that you learned in a meeting that you had this week, or maybe just some general insights that you have for your expertise. So anything there that could just kind of add towards us helping ourselves. First section here, course information syllabus. You'll see everything for my information here, as well as the name of the course. And then this will be the first kind of checklist. Biggest things here, make sure you read the syllabus. I already posted another video on this for you, just a walkthrough of the syllabus, but make sure you give that a close look through. And you're going to see this checklist of items at the start of each week. That was something I just learned this last year that I think is a helpful tool in limiting what you see so it doesn't inundate the Moodle website. So it kind of condenses everything down and also just gives you a nice guide for checking through your list of things to do for each week. So I use this checklist a lot. And then the last couple things would be these policies and procedures as well as tutorials. This is a all online class, so you should be pretty technologically savvy. If there's questions that you have, I can troubleshoot that, but also if there's something that's maybe confusing to you, be sure to check these out, or quite frankly, the online format might not be for you. If using the internet, posting to discussion forums, sending emails, just kind of that virtual learning environment, if that's challenging, then the online format might not be something that would be in your best interest if it's going to create more stress than positives out of it. So I just want to be frank with you on that, because there is a lot of different assignments, discussion forums, things that we'll do that will require you to have a working sense of technology. Week 1, all about introductions. You're going to have a few readings. This is a little more intensive, as I mentioned, but the readings come back. So the introduction is pretty straightforward. Who are you? Where do you teach? Some of your interests, hobbies. Where are you at professionally in terms of development, and some future aspirations that you have too. So if you could post that. Discussion forums, they'll be due every Wednesday of each week, and then responding to 3 classmates by the following Saturday is the plan there. I know that we got a little delay in the start date for the course. Some of you may have recognized that. The semester was supposed to start on the 14th. I was told that the course was starting on the 21st, so I apologize for any confusion that may have caused. Know that I'm modifying some assignments and discussion forums as a result, and I would encourage you to start on some of those end of the semester items too, to help alleviate any stress that could come from that. So we will accommodate your needs, and again, just want to give you a quick run through here. And another way to help with that kind of questions around maybe the semester start date would be, I'm going to post multiple weeks at a time, so you can be working ahead from the current week that we are on. That way you can get a head start on what's coming up next, and again, hopefully be proactive with that. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, but more than happy to help, and welcome again to the course. We will be in touch with you soon. Thanks. Greetings, ethics crew. My name is Dustin Lovell, and I'll be your instructor throughout the next 8 weeks of this course here. Welcome to Ethical Issues in Schools and Society. We're happy to have you here. First and foremost, I just want to thank you for your patience with the confusion of the start dates. If you experience this or recognize that, the semester was supposed to start on the 14th. We had a few things push back our start date, so we will be starting on Monday the 21st, and it will be going until Monday, March 15th is the last day of the course. Please know that I am going to accommodate those last weeks of the course just in case you are taking other courses that may overlap with that. So we're going to accommodate to your needs. Really appreciate your patience and understanding in that too. Just as I've been working to update the syllabus as well as the Moodle for you to make this course the best that it can be. First and foremost, I think it's important for you to know what ethics is, or to at least know what my perspective of ethics is. We're all going to work to develop our own perspective on that and work with some different topics and whatnot to inform you about ethics. But for me, I think that ethics is an idea of character or integrity, and I think that that comes from a sports background that I have, but I also think of in terms of education, ethics and ethical issues are really important considerations in that we are always acting with integrity with children, integrity with our colleagues or our bosses or administrators, whoever that may be within the educational setting. But so we're going to explore a lot of different topics as it relates to ethics. Please know that our goal here is not to solve issues that you may or may not be experiencing. Sometimes I think people can get maybe the wrong idea of this course. So again, our goal is to be informed about different ethical issues present in schools and society. Our goal is to discuss those different issues, and we might have some possible solutions to help alleviate maybe some issues that you have with that, or maybe some ways to help accommodate for those maybe unethical things that you're experiencing. But again, our goal is not to purely solve that. We're going to expose you, we're going to inform you to a lot of different considerations, and then it'll be your job to synthesize that information and reflect upon it to help apply to your particular setting. So with that being said, I want to give you a run through of the syllabus for the course here. This is the main Moodle page that you'll be encountering. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the syllabus right here. I'm also going to be uploading this video in this section just so you know, as well as a video of the Moodle run through. So syllabus 2019 spring semester at the top here. You're going to see the school, the course number, name, number of credits, the dates and times, all of my information to contact me. Know that you can email, you can call or text me whenever you need to. If we need to set up an appointment, we can certainly do that as well. There's a general description of what ethics is for this. As far as required course materials, the APA manual will be the biggest one for you. There's also some resources online that you can use, such as Purdue OWL website is a common one that's referenced a lot. Make sure that you're citing correctly throughout the course, as that's going to be a big area that we're working on. We have our learning outcomes, the framework. You'll see that these are the standards that are aligning to the course. Pretty straightforward here. You can read through this and look and see how things are aligning throughout the course. Instruction and methodology. Again, everything pretty self-explanatory here. So I'd skip down to this section. This is one where you will want to pay particularly close attention, as we have all of our due dates on here, as well as the assignments and discussion forums and whatnot that you'll need to do. So pay close attention to this. Be thinking ahead. In particular, I would skim down to the bottom part here. As the start date may have, again, had some questions for you, I want you to pay particular attention to the 7th discussion forum. That is an optional discussion forum for you, so we will post materials for that. It can take the replacement of a previous discussion forum grade, but know that again, this is optional. So again, since the start date has been delayed, I want to make sure that these last weeks are flexible for you in case you are taking other courses. So I decided to make that one optional. Hopefully that will help you out some. The other things I'd like to point to is the This I Believe assignment, as well as as the autoethnography assignment. I would highly recommend in this first week to at least start gathering some photos or ideas for this autoethnography. You'll see the requirements for that as well as an example of my own in a little bit here as we scroll down through the syllabus, but that's one that typically takes more time. I recommend you start that early so that is not as stressful later on in the course. You can start any of the assignments before the particular week that it comes up to. Just know that there will be some content that you're going to want to include as you're completing those. So get us started on that autoethnography. I highly recommend that, as well as the This I Believe. That's just a personal statement. Again, you'll see that later on in the syllabus here, but those are two things that you may want to get a start on if you have some time in this first week, since we're doing introductions. Here you'll see all the scoring, the points allotted for each assignment, as well as the due dates. So again, pay close attention to that. Make sure that we're on time with posting discussion forums, posting presentations, submitting that in Moodle and whatnot. Evaluation, grading scale, pretty straightforward. Should be similar throughout your other classes. Make sure that your work is on time or turned in on time. Really important. Everything's pretty straightforward in this section. It is an intensive 8-week course, so please know that there isn't to be some time needed for the readings and completing assignments. If you have questions or concerns about that, again, you have my contact information, but this is a graduate level class, so it's going to require some time on your end. It's going to require some deep thought and reflection, and it's going to require some time, particularly in that writing craft, is where we'll be working too, along with just the content of ethics. Scrolling down through, again, pretty straightforward information there, resources if you need it. Discussion forum or discussion board questions, again, these will be due every Wednesday of each week, as well as responses to at least 3 classmates by Saturday of each week. This is how we interact with each other. We bounce ideas off each other. We reflect and provide insight to each other. So really important to have that. You will also need to work in your sources from each week. So the readings that are assigned for the week, you will need to work those into your post and make sure that you cite them in APA format correctly. The content is interesting. I think it's relevant. I feel like I've done well at updating that to keep it relevant and interesting for folks. So the biggest area with the content is the synthesis, as well as then including that with the APA citations. Typically, that's where the downgrading may be if you are concerned about that. But the content is pretty straightforward. The APA is kind of more the formal integrated part of things. So make sure you have that APA going. Make sure you're integrating your sources with your forum posts. Here's the rubrics for that. Again, pretty straightforward. Outlines that. If there's anything that you're seeing that's not making sense, please just reach out to me and ask, or you could post in the questions about this course section. Then we have our ethical issues debate. This will be the first assignment that you'll have coming up in the second and third weeks of the course. I will be opening 2 weeks at a time in the Moodle page, just so you can be working ahead if you'd like. I don't open all 8 weeks at once because in the past students have said that that's fairly overwhelming. So we're going to try opening up 2 weeks at a time. If you want to work further ahead, just take a look at these descriptions and rubrics. So then here's the ethical issues debate rubric. You'll be doing that in partners. More details to come a little bit later in the course as we work through the weeks. Then we have an Ask an Aspiring Expert project that you'll be doing. This is where you describe your expertise about something that you do well in your classrooms as it relates to ethics, of course. And then here's the rubric for that. Again, coming up later in the course. And then here's that autoethnography that I referenced. This may be one that you want to look at right away in the course and start working on. That would be a tip that I would have for you to help make the end weeks a little less stressful or a little less intensive. So take a look through the autoethnography description, and this one's more of a pass-fail. So you have it's either high performance or essentially not. So if there's if it's missed the mark or if it's way off course, then I'll email back and give you some feedback on that to repost later. Same thing would be true for the This I Believe project. Again, pretty thorough description here. If you want to get a head start on that, you can take a look at that now rather than waiting till the last week. Again, that would be my recommendation to you, to make those last weeks go as smoothly as possible. And then pretty simple description here. And that's, again, another one that would be a pass-fail sort of situation. So haven't had any issues with those. And again, these projects really are reflective in nature and have you thinking about your personal code of ethics as well as how you came to be the person you are today. That would be your autoethnography. If there's any questions that you have, again, email, text, call, or post in questions about this course. If there's anything that you're seeing on the syllabus that's not making sense, please contact me or reach out, and I'd be more than happy to help you out. Welcome to the course. I hope that this was pretty straightforward and informative and helpful to you, and we will be talking to you soon. Thanks.